Okay, welcome back. Now, in the last video, we set up crouching on the C++ side. So now when we hit the control key or the right thumbstick, then we toggle a Boolean called bCrouching on the character, and of course on the anim instance, it's updated every frame. So we have that Boolean and it's exposed to blueprints on the shooter animation blueprint. So now let's talk about the crouch animations. Now we have the Anim Starter Pack, and in the Anim Starter Pack, there are some crouch animations. So let's go into the Anim Starter Pack folder and type crouch, and you'll see that we have these crouch animations. Let's take a look at Crouch Idle Rifle Hip. Double click on that, and here we have an idle animation for crouching. Now take a look, this is the Epic Mannequin, and it's just a standard idle in the crouching position. Now we're going to retarget this to the Bellica skeleton. So let's go ahead and right click on it here in the content browser and retarget anim assets, duplicate anim assets and retarget, and select Bellica skeleton. And now if we click retarget, then we'll now have our new animation, and it puts it right here in the content folder. We're going to go ahead and drag this into character/animations and click move here. So now we have crouch idle rifle hip in our character/animations folder. So let's double click and take a look at this animation. So one of the things you'll notice if you zoom in and take a look is that the rifle is a little bit too low. You'll see that it's pointed somewhat into the thigh, and in the case where this was, say, a longer rifle, it would be going straight through the leg. So we're going to need to go ahead and alter this animation. So I'm going to hit the pause button down here and drag this over to the first frame of the animation so that we can start moving the bones around. So let's click on the skeleton tree here. Now on the first frame, we're going to select our lower arm bone. So let's go to the right lower arm bone. We'll scroll down here and click on lower arm R. And let's make sure that snapping is turned off. And we'll just go ahead and adjust this so that the weapon is no longer going through the leg. Now we don't want it to go too far towards her abdomen, so let's just put it up a little bit like so. Now let's go ahead and get our other arm, the left arm, and move this so it's in the correct position as well. So I'm going to get lower arm L, and I'm going to move it up slightly. I'm also going to get the upper arm L and move that a little bit. And I'll just go back and forth between lower arm and upper arm until I've got this looking correct. So as long as it's just about in the right location, that'll work. So with one of the bones selected, we can now add a key. So let's go up to the top and click on key, and now we have a key for this frame. If we press play, we'll see that the hands stay in roughly the correct location. So that is going to be good enough. So go ahead and click save, and now we have crouch idle rifle hip for Bellica. Go ahead and close out of that. Next, let's go back to Anim Starter Pack and type crouch again and take a look at crouch to stand rifle hip. Double click on that and you'll see that this is an animation going from crouching to standing. So this is one that we're going to want when transitioning from crouching to standing. So let's go ahead and retarget this one as well. So right click on it, retarget anim assets, duplicate anim assets and retarget, and select Bellica skeleton and click retarget. And there it is. We're going to go ahead and basically do the same thing for this animation as well. So first, click and drag to character/animations and click move here. Double click on animations, and we're going to do crouch to stand rifle hip. We're going to open that up, and I'm going to drag this over to the very first frame, and we're going to adjust these bones just like we did in the previous animation. Okay, that looks good. So now that we've adjusted it, we'll click key to add a keyframe, and now we'll hit play and see that that looks pretty good. And again, this is going to move, but we're gonna make sure that the hand stays in the correct location in a future video. So go ahead and save that. Now back in Anim Starter Pack, if we search for crouch one more time, we'll see that there's a stand to crouch rifle hip. Double click on that, and this is just like crouch to stand, only it's going down from standing to crouching. So we're going to want to retarget this as well. So right click it, retarget anim assets, duplicate anim assets and retarget, select Bellica and click retarget. And we'll click and drag this into character/animations, click move here, and in the animations folder, we'll have the stand to crouch rifle hip. Double click on that, and we're going to go ahead and basically do the same thing. Now we can drag to the last frame to see just about where it needs to be here. So what we can actually do is we can make our adjustments at the last frame. Okay, so as long as it's approximately correct, that should do. Now we can add a key, and if we scroll back to the beginning, we'll see that the hand is approximately at the correct location. So that looks good, and we don't have to worry about the hand being in exactly the right location just yet. So that looks good. So that will conclude this video. We now have our animations set up, retargeted, and we've edited them in the editor. Now we're ready to add these animations to our animation blueprint, and we'll do that in the next video. So we'll see you then.